Hello again, it's John Smiterson, and a lot of people are going to tell you need to multi-class to get the best smite in the world. And that may be true, but I think a pure paladin is the right way to go. Why don't we test it? How about we have our fancy pants multi-class over here try and go for a defensive flourish, huh? Oh, and he'll go up to level 6 smite. Kaboom! Yeah, that took care of him, but wait a minute. 5d8. Now 5d8, for those who know how to smite, that's the equivalent of a level 4, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at that. And level 5, oh yeah, and a level 6, somebody's being ripped off. I guess that's not the best way to do a divine smite. How about we get our pure level 12 paladin Will over here and see how a real paladin does it. Ready? Whoa boy. Oh yeah. You're gone. That's right. We're going to do a level 7 smite, and you don't need a fancy pants multi-class to get the most out of your radiant smites, and I'm going to break it down for you, alright? So, without further ado, we're going to roll back. I'm going to bust out some notes. I'm going to teach you the level 7 smite. Ready? Here we go. Bum, bada, bum. Note time. There it is. Came out a little rough there. Alright, so level 7 smites. Welcome back. Big thank you to you guys watching. I hope this is going to be a fun one. And I usually sometimes say it's going to be short, but I think this one might catch you off guard. I'm going to make it short and sweet and to the point. This is Garson. Thanks for watching. And in fact, if you want to follow along on the right hand side with these points here, we'll get right to the level 7 point. But skip around if you feel so. A big thank you to anybody who watches the full video though. If you watch all of this, that is the best way to support the channel. And if you want to go further beyond, save it to the end. I'll give you tell you how. But let me help you with some paladin smites, especially if you're running a paladin or a smiter, I should say, on honor mode. I'm going to give you the ability to go even further beyond than a level 7. How? Let's find out. So of course, if you've been following along with patch 8, I have been covering patch 8. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to pay it forward by answering your questions, and things are subject to change. Now what's great about today's video is it has nothing to do with patch 8. You can do this right now in patch 7 and earlier, right? So patch 8 though, I'm compiling your questions. Today's video is going to be a fun topic that includes everybody, whether you have the patch or not. But if you're still fascinating with the new Crown Paladin, I'm literally running it in the stream. We're just about done. I just have to beat up Brian. You can see tonight I'm going to go over how I rate this subclass and 3 others after playing just the new subclasses, no multi-classing, alright? But I did play my Crown Paladin this run as a pure smiter, almost identical to the build you'll see today, and I use this and I love it. And you know why? Because I think pure Paladin is actually the best way to play a smiter. Okay, it's funny because I did a video called this paladin is not the smiting class. Okay, so I'm about to do a heel turn in 180, but not really. Okay, so the smite class, I don't like that warlocks get called the Eldritch Blast class, and I don't like that paladins get called the smite class, but you know what? It's because I think there's so much more thanks to their auras, thanks to their other spells, thanks to what their subclasses provide, and a few more nuances like their oath determining like how you play your dialogue options, right? But it's time for a 180 because yeah, actually it is the best. Maybe not the best, I don't know. I'm not going to claim the best this way, okay? But it is the smiting class, and I'll show you why. Okay, is it the best this way? Well, let's look at what I was trying to demonstrate here. And I'm being a little facetious. Yes, you can fight me in the comments. That's not really what this video is about. I'm going to make an argument because a pop choice is a 2 paladin bard. The 2 paladin's going to get you the ability to smite, and the bard is a full caster, so you can go all the way to level 6 with this combo, but it doesn't really do much for our smiting. It does allow us to get a very powerful move called banishing smite, and then yes, we could probably use the same logic in this video to do a powerful 5d8. I don't know why that's showing up that way, but if oh I know why, because it's not going off of this. But yeah, we could do a powerful 5d8 force smite and then use a divine smite at level 4, and that's very powerful. It is, and you can use what you're learning here to do that too. But I'm going to also make a case, because what people usually recommend in these multi-classes is you get more slots and you get bigger smites and you get more smites. But is that real, and is it actually fun, and does it actually play out the full game from levels 2 on to level 12 as a smiter? Would you have more fun? And so I think if I recommend you a more pure class instead of maybe my fancy pants idea that didn't actually really work out the way I thought it would. See, I went with a 2 paladin and a 10 cleric, and what I got out of it is what I thought, I'm gonna have divine strike, That's like an improved Radiant Smite right there. And then I'm going to have level 6 abilities and smites. But really, this just confused the whole equation because I really wanted to run Radiant, like Spirit Guardians, and I wanted to run other things. I wanted to be a cleric at times, and I just got in the way of me using my spell slots for smiting instead of just keeping it pure and on point. And while I think this is a really cool multi-class here, and that's why people try to recommend it, I don't think it really gets to the point or hits home hard enough. In my little case, if you want to disagree with me, it's fine, but I think a pure Paladin just gets to the point, right? And I'm going to go over those points right here, but it's more efficient in my opinion. Maybe correct that spelling. But I think it's more fun too because it's right at level 2. You're already smiting. It's deceptively strong, and we're going to go over that in this video. And it might even be the strongest way to run a Paladin smiter because of what we're about to see, right? But here's where I'm trying to say, because I've run just now in patch 8 stress test, running the new subclass. Funny enough, I feel like I should have ran it more with its other abilities, but you do get righteous clarity and whatnot. It does help your smiting out. So just as any old Paladin, no matter what oath you take, you do get to smite at level 2, where numbers are more impactful. So a level 1 smite would be a 2d8, right? Adding on to whatever your damage is at level 2 and so on. In the early games of Act 1, especially in honor mode, that's a big amount of difference. It could be literally life or death killing. So you get right to the point, and it's powerful, and you're not waiting for anything. You're not complicating things. You're just basically playing a fighter, so to speak, with the ability to smite, if you just want to play that way, right? And that will play into this because level 4, instead of jumping in and delaying your extra attack and your feats, at level 4 you just get a feat. And this could be the difference between 2 more strength, or maybe you're going dex, right? Or maybe you want charisma. Or maybe you want Great Weapon Master to add that 10 more damage and really feel like I'm smiting with 10 more weapon damage, right? If you can manage the accuracy, why not? Okay, smiting, by the way, has nothing to do with charisma or mental stats, so as long as you can land your weapon attacks, you can use your spell slots to pop off a reaction or manually attack, right? Okay, now level 5, the earliest you're going to be able to swing your Divine Smite twice with a main hand action, or literally swinging this twice if you have the spell slots, right? So level 5, you're now smiting twice, possibly in one turn, without any kind of haste or bloodlust or whatnot, right? And then Aura. Aura's at level 6. You get the Aura of Protection on every Paladin. Subclasses will get more auras later, like another specific aura possibly. But at level 6, you get the ability to have Aura of Protection. So if you have a decent charisma score, you can add a lot of saving throw potential to you and your allies, which really helps for the team, not just yourself. But yeah, if you concentrate on anything, that could be really helpful. Or if you don't want to get hit with nasty dexterity or wisdom saving throw spells, that's really good defensive value. Then you get another feat. So again, if you didn't get Great Weapon Master or whatever you think you want to get. And finally, I want to land on Improved Divine Smite, which is my ultimate justification of what we're going here, and actually going to be a big integral part to getting that level 7 smite. All it does, to keep things simple, is see how my main weapon attack has a 1d8? It's like a mini smite. So every swing is actually going to get a little mini smite on there, right? We'll just dive right into some action. So it doesn't matter that I hit this guy with a Divine Smite reaction or not. I did a little bit of radiant damage. This ended up being 6 damage because I re-rolled it with Great Weapon or whatever. So yeah, it adds a 1d8 on combat regardless. And all melee weapon attacks, only melee weapon attacks, effectively get improved like Radiant Smite damage, right? So this is literally called Improved Divine Smite. You get this at level 11. Let's see if I can pull this up. Improved Divine Smite. It's only for melee weapon attacks, but what this effectively allows you to think of this as is all of your Divine Smites are improved or upgraded to another spell slot. So when I click on this, instead of the 2d8 radiant, right, you can see this visually, instead of 2d8 radiant, a level 1 divine smite now becomes effectively a level 2 divine smite. Level 2 smite would be a 3d8 and so on and so forth. So I'm upgrading it by essentially a level slot. Isn't that what we went for multiclassing? So Divine Smite itself, remember that you can manually just pull this off, smite somebody like this, and now it's improved with that, okay? Now if I go over here to, say, Aronson, he jumps over to me, let's just let them fight me. Hiya. Hiya. Come here, Murphy. Don't be so shy. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Thanks for the patience. We'll skip these guys. Okay. So like I said, what I can do now is go ahead and swing both manually or reaction. So again, we've seen that. If I swing with my regular weapon, I did the improved Divine Smite, little 14 damage. I critted, so it's even better. And I can pump this guy like with a level 3 spell slot, right? So kaboom. If you consider the passive plus that level 3 spell slot, plus it all crit, right? That's crazy. Okay, so it's like getting a level 4 reaction. But hold on. Divine Smite can be manual, it can be a reaction. This is important because it doesn't cost your reaction point, meaning if you got an opportunity attack, right, you could actually smite on your opportunity attack because it doesn't cost this little purple point. Okay, and it also means if as many times you could swing, as many times you have spell slots, you can Divine Smite. So you can be set to ask or auto, or you can even just set it just for crits. But anyway, let's do some number time. Okay, now I think you can see where I'm going, but even before level 11, level 1 spell slot is a 2d8. If we click on this and we scale it up, it's a 3d8. And then it's a 4d8, okay? So here's just a little formula, but I wrote out the math anyway, okay? So keeping it simple, no real crazy math. At level 4, we get to 5d8, but wait a minute. Oh, I see why we multi-class. We want to get to level 4 spell slots, and Paladin gets stuck at level 3 all the way at level 12, right? So how are we going to get to a level 7, Garson? Okay, this is the highest Divine Smite is allowed to go, right here, level 4. And Paladin is stuck here at level 3, right? So a level 5 slot won't actually do any more damage. I'll show you on Gale right here. If we click on him, if he goes all the way up to a level, hold on, what the heck's going on there? Let's just skip over here. Da-da-da. Okay, good for you. All right, so while this guy is quite the smiter himself, he can only go up to level 4. But then if he uses a level 5 slot, or even a level 6 slot, it only goes up to 5d8. So you are literally restricted to a level 4 damage, okay? Now, Paladins only get to 3, like we talked about. So with these two conditions, how do we get to level 7? On a pure caster, no less. Pure Paladin can get to level 7 smite? Yes. So let's put some things together to really maximize our potential, all right? We have full health here, so this is going to work just fine. A level 7 using this number logic, right? I know I'm keeping it kind of stupid, but it's an 8d8 radiant smite. We don't need multiclass to hit this number. Let's pretend for a second, just go along with my logic. If we kept going, we would get level 5 could be unrestricted, then level 6 would be a 7d8, and a level 7 would be an 8d8 hit. So just play along. If we can do a single smite for 8d8, it's effectively a level 7, right? I know you can fight me on that, but just it's still the damage, bro. Like, it's gonna be fun, right? So if we use Divine Smite, now our level 3 is a level 4, and so on, right? So our level 5, if we could hit it, would be effectively the damage of a level 7 or level 6, and so a level 6 spell slot could hit for a level 7's damage, okay? So other smites have to be manually chosen. This can't be done on reaction, right? Thunderous Smite, but it'll cost like a bonus action, sometimes concentration and action, and of course a spell slot. Well, you have Thunderous, you have Searing. These usually don't upcast, some of them don't. Branding doesn't upcast, but it is a level 2 spell. And then there's Blinding, a level 3 spell slot, which is actually weaker than a Divine Smite. So it's a 3d8 as opposed to, as you can see here, a 3d8 spell. If we go to level 3, it's actually a 4d8. So well, we'll have to manually cast this, but okay, we can use this smite manually, right? We can get improved radiant damage, as you can see right here on the screen. And then now we can level 3 smite, adding additional 4d8 damage. Am I correct? 4d8. If we add the 1d8 to a 3d8, let's find out. And then we pop a 4d8, and he's gone. That is... And then, you know, you break your oath. Whoopsies. Okay. So that is effectively, right, a 4d8 plus a 1d8 plus a, oh, right here. So 3d8 plus a 1d8 plus a 4d8 gets us that 8d8 radiant smite. This is equal, to put it stupidly, right? This is equal to a level 6 spell's damage. If you think of inflict wounds on Reggie from the other video, right? That's an 8d10 level 6 spell, right? So this is a 8d8 rather than 8d10. That's kind of insane. Okay, so a level 2 spell slot, 2 level 3 spell slots, okay? 2 of these would be equivalent to 1 level 6. I know it's kind of not that way. Again, I put it in a stupid way. So it's equivalent to spending 2 of these would be the equivalent of spending 1 of these. So that's like spending 1 level 6 that you only get per day, right? Do you see me getting at full caster another level 6 spell slot? So a pure paladin can roughly use a level 6 spell slot once per day, just like a level 6 caster, okay? Or a level 11 caster, okay? So, can we actually go further beyond? Well, let me reload this. I kind of goofed up. Let me put this on. I'll go back to level 7 smites. We'll reset the battlefield. Sorry about that. So what about a level 8? Wouldn't that be a 9d8 radiant? Okay, you're telling me, Garson, a pure paladin? Yes, we can hit a 9d8 radiant damage one shot, okay? So there are the arcane cultivation elixirs. I love them. I'm finding more fun ways to use them. This is a really good example, and it's actually pretty practical to do this. But the highest tier of these can go to a level 4 spell slot. No joke, right? So your half-caster can now achieve the ultimate divine smite, can he not? That is a 5d8 radiant. So if we put it all together, we can pop off the level 3 blinding because this does not upcast, okay? But we can still use the 3 and then pop off the 4 for a 9d8 insane hit, right? So once again, let's get into some combat. Hey, you. This way I don't get anything messy in the beginning of combat. And now, here we go. I'm gonna branding at 3 because it doesn't upcast. Here we go. And now pop off a level 4 for a 5d8. That is a 9d8 broken oath, you bet. I hit him so hard my oath went right into the stratosphere. Okay, so you can use the level 4 reaction spell, and if you brought a friend, you could use even a hold spell and bump this up to a massive 18d8 because it automatically crits, doubles all those rolls, right? Insanity. And if you have some amulets like the Spellcrux amulet and the one you get from Omelian, the Pearlescent, this is a level 3 restoration. So bam, you just got another level 3 spell slot. If you use the Spellcrux, you can use this to restore your level 4 or just use another elixir or just restore another level 3, right? I can pop another elixir, I'm pretty sure, and just get another one of these, right? So level 3, in one day, you can actually pop off 2 of these wombo combos in one day. More if you had more resources, right? Maybe use the 2 amulets for a level 3 slot and you had 2 elixirs. I'm just saying, typically a full caster does not get to use their level 6 spell slot more than once per day. Okay, unless you have some staff or amulets or something, tricks like this. You can use the same tricks a level 6 caster can to hit their hardest spells to hit your hardest wombo combo, alright? So, I often say, how would you play this build? That's great, level 12 and whatnot. Again, I'm making the case here that you could play this from level 2 onward and be a fun smiter all the way. I personally recommend it if you were interested. That's how I would do it, and I played it just now on a playlist. It's called only the new subclasses only, no multiclassing. It's run number 2. I'm running the Crown Paladin. God, I wish I kind of did it differently, but I don't regret playing a Paladin, and it's effectively this build you see here a little bit differently, right? So come watch the live stream tonight. We're actually going to rate the new subclasses anyway. If you wanted to see actually how to play this from level 2 onwards, it's in the playlist in the most recent run on Honor Mode, because things are just, it's way more satisfying beating this game. I love seeing people beat it. I just had UX, I think it's Uxty last night, was telling me he just beat it with like Abjuration Wizard and I think a smiting paladin and whatnot. So dude, I want to know that you can beat this game, you get your first golden dice, or just tell me, dude, I had so much fun playing Arcane Trickster, 12 levels, I didn't realize, all thanks to your stream, all thanks to your videos, and that really means a lot to me, guys. You guys are my sponsors. I love answering questions and comments, but really the best support is just having fun with these videos, and hopefully I've helped you play and go out and beat Honor Mode, so thank you so much for watching. You want to support the channel further, just dive into the live chat, have some fun, or maybe sign up a membership. It's as low as it's going to be on YouTube, but otherwise, hopefully hopefully now you can go out in honor mode and beat the crap out of it, go to your golden dice, and have fun with a pure level 12 paladin. All right, take it easy, guys. I'll see you in the stream.